Today we are going to learn about mechanism of hormone action. So hormones act as a chemical messengers. They are transported through blood and produce their effects on target cells. So based on the chemical natures, all hormones are divided into 4 types. And the first one is peptide hormone. The second one, steroid hormone. The third one, iodothyronines. And the fourth one, amino acid derivatives. So these are the 4 hormones. Okay, these are the 4 hormones which act as a chemical messengers. So based on the chemical nature, all hormones are divided into 4 types. Peptide hormone, steroid hormone, iodothyronines and amino acid derivatives. Now we can look some example for peptide hormone. The example for peptide hormone is glucagon, insulin, pituitary hormone, hypothalamic hormone, these are the examples for peptide hormone. So the examples for peptide hormones are glucagon, insulin, pituitary hormone, hypothalamic hormone and etc. Okay, now the examples for steroid hormone. Steroid hormone. Example: cortisol, testosterone, estradiol, testosterone, estradiol and progesterone. So these are the hormones, or these are the examples for steroid hormone. And the examples for iodothyronines are thyroid hormone. Thyroid hormones. And the example for amino acid derivative is epinephrine. So these are the examples for each hormone. So now we learn about the mechanism of hormone action. Based on the chemical nature, all hormones are classified into 4 chemical groups. And the first group is peptide hormone. Second hormone is steroid hormone. Third hormone is iodothyronines. And the fourth hormone is amino acid derivative. And the examples for peptide hormone are glucagon, insulin, pituitary hormone, hypothalamic hormone. And the example for steroid hormone, cortisol, progesterone, estradiol and testosterone. And the example for iodothyronine is thyroid hormone. And the example for amino acid derivative is epinephrine. So these are the 4 types of hormones. And also hormone receptors are 2 types. We also see that these hormones bind to hormone receptors located in the target tissue. The hormone receptors are 2 types: membrane-bound receptors and intracellular receptors. These are the 2 types of hormone receptors we found. The first one is membrane-bound receptor and the second one is intracellular receptors. Now I am going to say about the membrane-bound receptor. Hormone receptors present on the cell membrane to target cells are called membrane-bound receptors. To target cell, these are called membrane-bound receptors. Also, they do not enter target cells. This membrane-bound receptors, they do not enter target cells. They do not enter the target cells. And the intracellular receptors, hormone receptors present inside the target cells. So they present inside the target cell. Present inside the target cell and are called intracellular receptors. So these are the two types of receptors which are called hormone receptors. So now we'll learn about the mechanism of hormone action. And there are four types of, based on the chemical nature, there are four types of hormones in our body: peptide hormone, steroid hormone, iodothyroamines, and amino acid derivative. And two receptors which has called membrane bound receptors and intracellular receptors. Membrane bound receptors means the hormone receptors present on the cell membrane of target cells and are called membrane bound receptors. They do not enter into target cell. And intracellular receptors means they see present inside the target cells. So this is about the mechanism of hormone action. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.